Good morning. Just want to bring you up to speed. Some very interesting developments in the last couple of days. As you know, as the viewers of this channel are aware, I have a torn ACL and I'm unable to really, find a job. I can't find a job. It's hard to market yourself as an employee when your leg is, when you're injured. As it turns out, I'm still on the union call-out list, and the industry here has been really depressed as far as jobs. As far as one particular sector of work, the condo construction sector has been really silent, and a lot of the workers are sitting at home. There just isn't any activity going on, so it's really hard to get a job right now. It's just a strange time. In the last 25 years of living in the GTA, there's never been a problem finding a job in construction. The bigger problem has been finding people. Companies have had a hard time staffing their crews as opposed to individuals trying to find work, and that's the situation we're in right now. As it turns out, I got a call from the union rep for a job at one particular facility that is very specialized. In other words, you need real security clearance to go through it. So the list of workers for this particular facility is actually small. So I went through the whole security screening process a year ago to qualify for this particular position in this particular sector. So I got the call for this, got the call from the union rep. He says, hey, there's a job. And I said, where? And then he said, such and such. I said, oh, okay. But I just want to let you know, this is the situation what I'm facing right now. I am injured. I'll need a brace to do my job. I explained to him the last place I worked at, it didn't work out. I couldn't move. I didn't have the mobility necessary to perform the job to their satisfaction. And I said, this is the deal. This is what I'm facing right now. I'm happy to go there, give it a shot, and we'll see how it works. He explained to me that, this particular project is it's big. There's the tempo, the speed is not, it's not what it is in, say, condo construction, considerably slower. So in long story short, he basically communicated to me that it was, it would be okay for me to go and work there with a bad leg. Very common, he says, to see people with braces and injuries all around this particular project. So I informed him, okay, that's great, I'll take it. So I'm going to start there on Thursday, orientation, and we'll see how that goes. So that's where we're at right now. And WSIB, like I say, their case is before them. And if they call me, I'm going to inform them, hey, listen, I've got this job, but here's the situation. Obviously, you know that this doesn't work out for whatever reason. This is still an issue. So probably we can back burner this for now, as far as WSIB support and involvement in the situation. As long as I can stay gainfully employed, it's not an issue. But, emphasize that, yes, I still have a torn ACL that was, I sustained that injury at a work on the job. So this is still a matter of concern to you. In the meantime, I'll go to work at this particular facility, and it is a long-term situation. So layoffs are not as common at this place. So we'll feel that out. Maybe laid off, who knows? The point is, my particular situation was that I have a place who will accept me with my condition. Now, I got it through the union call-out list, right? If you're on the call-out list, that's one scenario where you might be able to acquire a job with an injury, some kind of physical limitation. Because it's a matter of, they call you up, they send you out, and the union and the company can then accept or reject. But that is one scenario where if you're an injured person or a union member, if you're on the call-out list, that is one scenario where you may get employment. So other than that, it's very hard to go out and market yourself to an employer with an injury. But if you have a agency like the union or any other kind of staff employment agency, that's the one scenario where you may be able to accommodate it. You might be able to get a niche somewhere through an agency or a union. So that's an interesting bit of information I want to pass on to you. If you are in that boat and you say you're with a union or any kind of association, and you can maybe place you with an employer. And that kind of holds true for everything too. Like if you attend church regularly, if you're a member of any kind of club, always use your social connections. Explain to people, hey, listen, maybe I can't perform at the optimum level that I did, but now in diminished capacity, I can contribute to any employer somewhere down the line. And as you get older, of course, you're relegated more to especially if you're on the tools, you're going to be relegated more to peripheral parts of the project. But only through social connections can you find those jobs. You can't just go on Indeed and find a job that will that will accommodate people with physical limitation. So that's that's the latest development with me. Let me know what's happening with you. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and leave your comments. I'm also very interested in what a lot of you are doing with your time now that you're injured. Myself, I've been looking into starting a newsletter. And this particular newsletter will be a compilation of the daily news events of the world. And so you can subscribe to that and you'll be able to get a rundown of the day's events. And what it is, it's the news as I see it, what I think are most important to you, the individual, the citizen. So this is strictly my opinion only, of what is newsworthy, because I think it's very difficult when you go online and you're bombarded with headlines ranging from the situation in Israel, the situation in Ukraine, to the front page will have the name of some movie star who I have no idea who is, because I'm an old guy and I don't really follow pop culture. You know, I know who you mentioned somebody from the 80s. Yeah, okay, I know that, but the new ones I have no idea. So as a person, a Gen Xer specifically, when you're open up your computer and the MSN comes on, you're just this overwhelmed with headlines. It just gets it's just kind of irritating. You don't know what in the world you should be focusing on. But I want to sift through that and sift through all that noise and distill it down to pertinent information to you, the individual, you, the reader. So that's where I'm at right now. That's in development. And when I get it going and up and running, I will share the link to my newsletter, and you can enjoy that every day. In the meantime, try and stay positive, and I hope things will improve, because if you're injured, you need to improve. That's just how things go. All right, another gorgeous day. I'm going to finish my walk, and then I will talk to you. And I'm starting the job on Thursday. I may upload something in between then. If I don't, I will get back to you and bring you up to speed on how the first day went. Thank you.